Hola, mi amigos. Soy Thingamajig. Buenas noches. Gusto, musto. Gusto. That's it. Hello, everyone. We're back for round 2 of the AXR GTWEC. Exciting times out there. I've got tables, I've got all sorts of stuff. I've just got to get to the Discord and get to the place I need to be to tell you what you need to know. Oof. Shall we do the table first? We've not got long till 15 minutes of qualifying, and then it's a 4-hour race this evening, split into 2. So we're going to have 2 races, and we're at Spain, Español. Arriba. It's not the right track though. We've had lots of complaints. I'm rather disappointed it's got a chicane in it as well, I have to say. I was hoping we were going to have old school Español, but we don't. Ooh, that must be qualifying starting, maybe? Could possibly well be, or he said, well, sod you all. I like the one with the chicane. They're using Group 3 cars. Let's see what other information I can tell you. So, it's a Group 3. Oh, hang on. Let me go to the track. There's not much happening at the moment on track, so you're not missing anything. Everyone looks like for qualifying they're going for softs, except for Noir and Fred Dude, but they might go around and then come back in. So what is this? A Group 3 championship with 2 consecutive races per round, with a 15-minute qualifying session held before the first race. Stint 1 will use a standing start with false start check, while Stint 2 will use the in-game rolling start procedure. The same lobby will be used for both races as drivers. Well, you don't need to know all of that. The race set to be 90 minutes or 120 minutes, track depending. Race lobbies will open at 7:30. You don't need to. It's just a long-ass race in Group 3 cars, and groups from all around the world have gathered here to set battle on track. I don't know who races for what, so I do apologise for that. At the moment, we're looking at Liam at Thurso. He is on his out lap, a set of racing softs. And Liam at Thurso races for the AequepaX Racing team, car 41. And they are in... Before it told you... Oh, yeah, a Mercedes AMG. Oh, he's sitting over there. Okay. So that's Liam at Thurso. We've got a table, don't forget. I'm just trying to familiarise myself. Bloody hell, Liam at Thurso just wrote an essay. Oh, he's just clicked on all the other bits. So Noir and... what's going on? Maybe there's possibility of problems in the lobby. Maybe that qualifying hasn't quite started yet. Now qualifying has started. Let's gather. So we're sitting on board with Evil Dragon. We'll get somewhere in a minute. Do you know what? I'll do the table. That'll be easier. And then when people are in their swing, then we'll get into it. So after 1 round, the table stands so far as in first place, we've got SBM on 49 points. In second place, we've got STS on 46 points. In third, we've got FTR on 28 points. In fourth, we have CWM Apex on 23 points. In fifth, we have CWM Vertex on 22 points. Sixth, we have Scuderia Chiora on 21 points. Seventh, we have AXR on 20 points. Eighth, we have the humble guys, THG RTF Racing Team France? I don't know. On 15 points. Garage 96 in 9th on 14 points. 10th, AequepaX on 13 points. And in 11th, oh God, Chiora Corsa on 9 points. I've been no help. I apologise. Let's see if I can find who Evil Dragon drives for. See if I can do that at least. Easy. Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon. I think... I don't know about you guys. Found him. Full Throttle Racing. It's car 67. They're in the Genesis X, the Gen X. And he's racing with Mr. Slowly and a Rotary FTR. What were they, about third in the championship? Something like that. I've got no peeps in the chat. No one said hello. What's wrong with you all? So Evil Dragon racing for the... I just needed to look at the car, really, didn't I? It says Full Throttle Racing on there. Jesus. So they're in the Gen X. Liam Thurso racing for one of the AequepaX Racing teams. Nibbles, I think he is with Stosilla Racing. Finn. They're just on their flying lap now here at Spain. And then we've got GT Racer in a Chevy. I think he's racing for the Clockwork Orange, but I can't remember if the Vertex or the Apex. In the chat, Speedy Man Charles says hi. Go Scuderia Kira, I think it is. And Noir Antares also for the CWM team. So I think GT Racer is in the Vertex team and Noir Antares is in the Apex team. Floris. I don't think we saw Floris racing last round. And they are in that Sober Motor Works or something. It's not. It might be Garage 96. If they're car 96, then it's Garage 96. And I think I can see, yeah, Garage 96. Here we go, Floris. Phew, I'm nearly getting there. He's telling me how to spell it again, like last round. Kiara. That's almost, yeah, but then I started saying Kiora because it's really close to an orange drink in this country. Yeah, the times are coming in now. Noir Antares is pole so far with a 1:44.895, and GT Racer only a tenth and a bit behind him. Then Nibbles is a 46.3, which puts him a second and a bit behind GT Racer. Evil Dragon in fourth, a second behind him in the Gen X, 1:47.4. Caliber. I thought Caliber just crossed the line then, but has only gone 8th fastest. Doesn't look like it's registered his time for some reason. Wow, lots of times changing. Noir's at the top, GT Racer in second, Nibbles in third. Then we got Kevin in a fourth, Evil Dragon fifth. Then Irish Fox is sixth, with Floris in seventh, Fred Dude in eighth. Have they all set the same time or something? Because they're not registering times between them. Caliber of 57.046. No, 57.486. I don't know why. From fifth downwards, they've stopped registering times. I tell you what, since that last update, and Liam Thurso hasn't completed his flying lap yet, but since that the last update, the lobbies are having some wild and wacky times out there. We've got the jumpy lag back from like day of release. We don't miss that. In the other group that I commentate for, we've had so many DLCs. No, not DLCs. That's downloadable content. DCs, disconnects. During the week. It's shocking. It's just crazy. And times I've noticed, yeah, one of the racers, it was like lap 1 and the person in front, it said they were 2 minutes to 20 seconds ahead. They weren't. But GT Racer is on pole at the moment. Damn fine work there to find himself 200ths ahead of Noir's teammates at the front. Floris has moved up into third, I say that, but Fred Dude then puts his mark in, and Caliber then follows it up with a pole time that's a second ahead of GT Racer in the BMW. Fancy pants, Caliber. What a beautiful job. Cracking job in the number 2 car. GT Racer in second. Fred Dude then we saw he did jump up a huge way, but dropped a position from Caliber taking pole He's going faster again, and he's only 1,000th of a second off of GT Racer's time. It's very tight here at Spain. Noir Antares only a 100th off of Fred Dude, or 200ths if you really want to be picky. Flores, he's a 10th and a bit behind Noir Antares. Liam Thurso is 3/10 behind Flores. Very tight, very tight. Nibles only a 10th behind Liam. And I tell you what, we're going to go on board. Oh no, that on board. As we go through that awful chicane that we could have done this without. But group decided we must take part in that horrible chicane. We shouldn't buy into it. Stop the chicane. Nibles goes 4th fastest. We'll stay on board for another lap. His tyres are starting to wear, but I'm sure he's got more in there. Noirs goes 2nd fastest. And the times are toppling here. A short 15-minute qualifying, and we've had more position changes than the UK government. It's amazing. So Nibles, a little lift there. I don't know if he's come out of the lap altogether. And Flores has gone fast, 2nd fastest. Caliber going faster again, pushing the post out further for these guys to touch. Ooh, nearly a little step out there from Nibles, but he's got it under control. We've seen some more times drop in as well. Caliber's still on pole. Flores is 2nd. Noirs is 3rd. GT Racers 4th. Fred Dude's gone into the pits. He's having a rest. Nibles is going to try and find 2,000ths of a second to get himself ahead of Fred Dude. Fred Dude back out again. Just wants a nice set of fresh tyres for the end. Oh yeah, we had a couple of medium runners, so I wonder who they were. I forgot now. We'll see in the race, won't we? Nibles then. Oh, he's so close to his own time, which is only 2,000ths of a second off of Fred Dude's time. So if he finds a small bit in this sector, we're quids in. We're laughing. Lovely done through. Oh no, he's going into the pits, so waste of time. Thanks, Nibles. Caliber on pole then. Who's he racing for? Shall we have a look? SBS, I think. Caliber is in the Speedbots Motorsports team, number 2, BMW M6 GT3. He'll be racing with either Melvin or Robbo in the next race. Dan Robbo. Damned fast is what Dan Robbo is. And yeah, that partnership, Caliber and Robbo, really does make this championship a tough one to try and get something in. Flores then racing for Garage 96, and Noirs for Clockwork Motorsports Apex team, and he's just coming out of the pits behind the Chevy of GT Racer, who's recently pitted as well. So they're all lining themselves up for their final run. We've hit the 10-minute mark. We've got 5 more minutes of qualifying, and it could be anyone's. Fred Dude, he likes it up the top as well, so we'll be expecting him to make it. Well, I say up the top, he's only 1.2 seconds off pole, and they're so tight, these guys together. It's going to be a tight race, this one. Liam Thurso into the pits with Evil Dragon only 8/10 off of his time, and he's 3/10 ahead of the Irish Fox racing for Scuderia Chiara. There we go. I got there in the end. Beautiful looking car, beautiful. My regards to the livery maker. Fantastic stuff. And there's Kevin with a penalty. What was that for? Coming out of the pits. Kevin at the moment not having the best of times. The only 300ths off, but in these last few minutes he could do without a penalty, and he could do without that back end sliding around. They're set up with that car is finicky. What are they driving? I don't even know. Don't even know what that is. I've been staring at it. Evil Dragons set another time. 8th behind Liam at Thurso. He was chasing him. Right, let me have a look. Kevin, on mate, Kevin. He's racing for the Humble Guys.
RTF. And as there's no French people in there, see, there's a lot. There's a couple of Finns. Finnish racing team finish. The Humble Guys racing team finish. Sorry. There you go with Kevin. Kevin's in it as well. So we've got 12 minutes into this 15-minute qualifier, and we're watching Kevin at the moment drag that. I still didn't look at the car. It's an Aston Martin V12 Vantage, and I should know that because our Tuesday night streams are just the Aston Martin Vantage. So, oh my, I just don't. I look at the liveries, not the cars. So Caliber is on pole by 0.4 of a second. The Flying Dutchman has something to say in that. In the mad Audi, I forgot there was a nutter in an Audi R8 out there. What craziness, what madness is that? Then Noir Anteras is doing a beautiful job at the moment in his BMW, sitting in third place, 0.6 from the Dutchman. Can he find it in the last couple of minutes of qualifying? The back end just wants to keep going there. And Nibles going faster again, up into third for Nibles. Look at him go. Beautiful stuff. GT Racer also setting a time and going fourth fastest. I think he may have already been fourth, but 0.2 behind Nibles. This is getting quite tight out there at the moment. And oh my gosh, the boss is on the chat, so I better watch out. I must have said something wrong. I don't think GT Racer, Fred and Nibles could get closer if they tried. Oh, he's got an opinion. I know, it's so close, isn't it? Wows. So look at that, 0.2 is Nibles ahead of GT Racer, and GT Racer is only 0.002 of a second ahead of Fred Dude. Fred Dude's only 0.008 of a second. So if Noir Anteras could find a 10th, oh, he's not going to find it like that though, but if he could find a 10th just this lap alone, then he could jump both of those bad boys. But can he find it? It's getting a bit gloomy out there. Is it going to rain? Spain don't rain, does it? Only Spain. It only rains mainly in the plain, I think, in Spain. The rain in Spain mainly falls on the plain. Well, Nibles went now. Yeah, Nibles was in that little group. So, no, I haven't seen a sector time from him yet. He's nearly round the whole lap, though. 30 seconds of qualifying. Those just, it looks like someone's on fire in his car. Oh, it's his helmet. It's him. Noir Anteras is flaming inside that car. His visor is cool as hell. Nibles going faster again, but stays third. And he gets to do another lap. Noir Anteras coming around with his teammate just behind him. Cuts across the line, does not go faster, but he does get another lap in, where I don't think his teammate was as lucky for... No, he does, it's counting it. So Caliber, let's see then, who's getting close to an end of lap. There we go, Fred Dude is done for the day. And that is his best, 5th place. There's many out there that would like to get that. Flores is finished in 2nd, Noirs is running. Liam Thurso is running. Evil Dragon's running. Here we go, here's someone, Irish Fox. Goes faster but stays in 9th. Kevin is just coming around that final corner, but there's someone in front of him. And it's Liam Thurso. Can he make a big, huge jump here at the end? Ooh, little touch of the gravel as he goes into the chicane. And that Mercedes looks like it's got issues with turning corners to me. Whoa! Major tantrum from the Mercedes in the middle of the corner there. And she really didn't want to go round there, did she? So Liam Thurso comes around and does not go any faster. Caliber's done for the day in pole. Flores is done in 2nd. Nibles still on a run. He could still get pole. So could GT Racer. Fred Dude is done in 5th. Noir Anteras is still on a run. Who's going to be first to cross? It's Nibles. We'll try and keep an eye on the McLaren as it comes around that final corner.
Oh, he goes faster. Second, he goes ahead of Flores. Sorry, I was looking the other way. And here comes Noir and Terras around as they all cross the line. GT Racer as well. Noir's didn't go faster, nor did... Oh, he had a penalty, you see. I'm losing track. Look, so that's it. I can quickly look. Quickly being the word, because I know they like to get on with the race very quickly. So Caliber is your pole sitter ahead of Nibles. Then Flores is in third, GT Racer fourth, Fred Dude in fifth, Noir and Terrace is in sixth, Liam at Thurso seventh, Evil Dragon is eighth, Irish Fox ninth, and Kevin coming out in 10th spot. Oh, see, we did have time. We've got time to say, Zach, it's starting to get dark out there and Lincoln might get... Okay. It's not dark yet. It's nowhere near dark yet. Let's have another look at them. So Caliber, 3 tenths ahead of Nibles. Nibles, 4 tenths nearly ahead of Flores. And Flores nearly a second ahead of GT. Oh no, is that from the leader? That's from the leader. Ignore that. Let's just go to race, shall we? Have a sip of my coffee. Oh dear, sorry. I thought I was in the wrong place. This is more refined than my usual broadcasts, and I know we don't belch on air. So I do apologise. Where is he then? Are we starting? Have they started? So close out there. Unbelievably tight in the qualifying. And now we're going to be looking at a 2-hour race, which is only the first part of the bigger picture. Yes, this first race is 2 hours, and then there'll be a second race after this for another 2 hours. 4 hours of racing here at Catalunya. For your pleasure. My word, you lucky duckies. Aren't you just spoilt? And that camera angle, I don't know if it's pants or not. It could be. It's gone to Irish Fox for some reason. So looking at Caliber, it's not too bad, I suppose. Looking down the straight, and it's go here for round 2, race 1 of the AXR GTWEC Season 2. And it's Caliber versus Nibles. No, GT Racer up the inside of Nibles, and it's GT Racer going for the moves. It's a right bunch of cars there in the car with Fred Dude, and we see him all over the place. Caliber then leads, GT Racer in second, Nibles in third, and Fred Dude losing another place to Liam at Thurso, with Flores now in fifth. Flores having a great qualifying, dropping down into fifth. Kevin's up to eighth. He's had 2 places, and Evil Dragon in ninth, and we can't see who him is in 10th. We have pressed that. It's Irish Fox. So Caliber is leading from GT Racer. What a start for GT Racer, up into second. I'm sure he started in fourth. Nibles dropping from second down into third. Flores has gained a position. So's Noirs. No, Noirs hasn't. Sorry, I'm thinking of Liam at Thurso. So, yeah, wow. What a great start for GT Racer, and he's on it. He's got to chase down Caliber, and Caliber is a tough cookie to beat. But the Chevy is taking it to... He started on the medium tyres. Caliber also starting on the medium tyres. Nibles has started with the mediums. Oh, it looks like the whole field has gone for medium tyres. Oh, no. There we go. Evil Dragon in the Gen X, I believe, for Full Throttle Racing, has gone for a set of soft tyres, and he is all over the other Gen X, the Genesis X. Oh, Fred Dude on the medium tyres though, not much grip, trying to settle the car down. Evil Dragon all up and in that. Kevin got his own issues here with Irish Fox. Irish Fox all up and in his business. Look at this, with the toe on the Aston Martin up the inside, and it's going to be moved on. I think there's more movement up ahead as well, with Fred Dude and Evil Dragon duking it out. And there's Liam at Thurso, but it's Evil Dragon ahead of Fred Dude, so he got the toe, as did Kevin on the Fox. Fantastic stuff. Caliber then 1.7 seconds in the lead from GT Racer. These two have broken away. 1.5 seconds back is Nibles. Then we've got Flores He's only just there, and I think Nibbles has just made a mistake, and Flores is going to go in for the kill. He's going in for the kill. He's doing it for the thrill. Not yet, though. Nibbles, though, he could be in danger here as Flores opens up that Audi R8, and he's chosen what it's all about. Deary me. Noir Zanteras is just behind us. He's having a sniff of the exhaust fumes. Get high, man. And Liam at Thurso in 6th with Evil Dragon in 7th. Fred doing in 8th and under the braking. I thought we were going to crunch into that. What is it? McLaren ahead of us? Yeah, it's Nibbles. So, sitting on board the beastie Audi R8, it sounds like a monster. And it took that corner quite sweetly, didn't it, really? And it must have been a tough one. I imagine they've gone high downforce here for the chicane-style corners, the hairpin, and the couple of corners they've got the long sweeping sort of right hand. So I imagine they've gone high downforce here, down the straight then. Getting a lovely toe is Flores on Nibbles, and it's just going to be easy pickings. But no, the McLaren, less drag on the McLaren maybe. More downforce on the Audi, and he's in the corners now. He's up the inside. Solid work side by side. Nibbles just sticking it in there, and the Audi couldn't do it down the straight, but he darn well did it in the corner, and he has brought Noir Anteras for the fun, and poor old Nibbles robbed. He has been 2 positions. Nibbles, oh my word, the poor McLaren. But I think looking at it by the straight, I don't think he's carrying much downforce there, and they nipped it in the corners. And Evil Dragons coming henceforth towards Nibbles, and Nibbles should watch out for 6th place. It's on its way. Then we've got Liam at Thurso in 7th. Fred Dude's caught him up. Kevin is in 9th. He's having fun with the Fox. Where is the Fox? There's the Fox. What sound does the Fox make? Whatever that song was. Caliber then out there, 3 seconds now on GT Racer, and this is the absolute masterclass of GT7. This man is unbelievably fast. So Caliber out there in the lead with GT Racer, picking up a penalty, which wowzers. Flores will be liking the sounds of that. And I mean, it's 3-second lead he's got at the moment as GT Racer, but a second is going to be probably about, a second and a half with the slowdown and the speed back up again. So Flores just has to stay with it. Noir Anteras and Nibbles at it again. Nibbles trying to get that toe back, but I don't think he's got the downforce. I'm gathering poor old Nibbles is gone light on downforce to try and give himself some straight line speed in that McLaren, and he's getting robbed. He's getting mugged off every time in the corners. Liam at Thurso, though, he's picked up a penalty, which is great for Fred Dude because he's right on his doorstep. He's going to be knocking the door. Somebody's knocking the door. Somebody's doing something. Ringing my bell. Oh, you listen to the same cheesy radio as I do. So Liam at Thurso, and I imagine there's a couple of people listening thinking, oh God, it's subliminal. It's in radio adverts. We buy any car. We buy any car. So Liam at Thurso's got his own woes now. He hits the penalty line, and Fred Dude's just going to take he's taken candy from a baby, and it's been more difficult than that overtake. And Irish Fox there is ahead of Kev. My mate Kev, come on Kev. So Caliber now 5 seconds. Look at that, 4 laps. 5 seconds, unbelievable, absolutely shocking. And but hey, it's fuel, is about to say. So GT Racer, he spent that penalty, and Flores, as we gathered, has drawn ever closer. My word, this is going to be a showdown from the lowdown, with GT Racer versus Flores, the American versus the Dutch.
Don't you know they founded your New York? I was going to say their capital, but that's Washington. It's not even Washington, I think. So Noir and Terras is in 4th ahead of Evil Dragon. Go back to Skyrim. You're great, Galah. Niblez is in 6th now. Niblez, without the downforce, if it is, I'm only surmising that they've gone very light on downforce. But if that is the case, he's not going to wear them tyres out as much as his fellow workers. Look at Evil Dragon, absolutely caning his tyres, and Niblez, his tyres barely touched, and some of the medium guys are more worn than Niblez. So Niblez, look, you can see the Chevy there has caned its tyres, not so much the Beamer. So Niblez, he might be onto something. We'll have to wait and see. He's 2 seconds ahead of Fred Dude. Fred Dude at 46.3999, and last time out with Niblez doing 47.3. So oof, he will be caught by the dude that is known as Fred. Liam at Thurso in the Merc. And that Merc seems to be giving him some jip, doesn't it? That Merc doesn't want... He's in some sort of aggressive negotiation to get it through the corners. He's wrangling the Mercedes today. I don't think he's driving that Mercedes, he's wrangling it. But Liam Thurso sticking with it. He's trying his hardest. And, I mean, we've used a quarter of fuel up, and we've started lap 6. We're 9 minutes into this race. So, what's that? That's probably no need to pit, really, until a good sort of 20-30 minutes into the race. And our man Kev has picked himself up a penalty. It's not going well for the I think it's the TG the Humble Guys racing team of Finland. So it's not going well for them at the moment. Kevin at the helm. Caliber, meanwhile, is now 6.3 seconds. It's scary, isn't it? 45s he's doing on the reg, with a GT Racer under a lot of pressure from the Flying Dutchman. It's grand, it's cracking, we're in the car. We got to see, shall we go for the... No, not that one. That one, there we go. Needs to go to the controller for that. Keyboard just doesn't have a button to get you in the passenger seat. So let's just... Ooh, a little nudge onto the back of GT Racer there. Caught out with the braking was Flores. Bang tidy goes the hot brew. That was lovely. So Flores getting in the 45s as well. They're all in the 45s. Caliber just has put it together nicely, hasn't he? And Flores is gonna get a tow. Not this straight, but he's not. He might be a little too far back. He'll get a tow, but he's just not going to be close enough. He needs to be really, really up and behind the Chevy coming around that final corner. So now he's going to have to follow for virtually another lap again. And there's an opportunity opens up for him. He's racing medium tyres. They're looking okay. Sun's looking blue, a bit cloudy, but I don't even think they've got a rain setting at Spain anyway, at Barcelona. So Flores 3/10 behind second place at the moment, and he's absolutely chugging one in there, trying to find some traction against the Chevy. The Chevy just comes out the corners and pulls away, doesn't it? It's very good on its accelerator there. Where the Audi, I imagine he has to wait an age to get back on that accelerator. Well, he's on it now. But I know the Audi likes to spin. Again, a bit wide there. He had to have a little lift, I think. Lost a bit of time to GT Racer. Oh, and picked a penalty up. That is the most pathetic penalty I've seen in my entire life. Jesus, he lifted because he went wide. Ugh. Bloody developers. So Caliber 7 seconds in the lead. GT Racer in second place. Flores has picked up a half a second penalty. And yeah, I'd be aggrieved with that one. Noir and Terez, That'll be good for him though. Half a second. He's only 2.3 seconds behind. He's done well, hasn't he? Not a great qualifying for Noir. Oh no, he did all right, didn't he? It's Nibbles that's dropped, really, but he's kind of leveled out. Fred Dude didn't catch him up anymore. Fred Dude's dropped into the 46s now, and I think he's feeling it with his tyres. And Nibbles, he's barely using his tyres. Fuel is around relative to the same as everyone, around about half a tank used in 13 minutes. So like I said, that first pit stop, if they want to, if the tyres could last and they're going to run their fuel to the bottom, I think 30 minutes in a 2-hour race. It's 3 stops by my count. That must be optimum, but I think a few of them probably can't make it go 30 minutes. Then they're going to have to add an extra stop in there and shuffle their pit stops accordingly. Fred Dude at the moment, his tyres do not look like they're happy, and they'll, well, the tyres are different, I forget. I'm still in GT Sports sometimes where it just goes a little bit red and the tyres are starting to be pained. But these, they've got to be virtually totally worn out before they're dead. So the tyres are okay. Tyres are okay, Liam and Thurso. It's a bit grey and misty out there, but I don't think there's anything to worry about. Liam and Thurso in 7th place, 3.7 seconds behind Fred Dude, 5 seconds ahead of Irish Fox, a 47.2 last time out for the Mercedes, and Irish Fox managed a 47.7, so very close indeed. Irish Fox could get back into this one. Scuderia Chiara. Evil Dragon slipped. Evil Dragon's pitted. We missed it, sorry. So Evil Dragon, that's an early stop. He's gone to softs. He's going to sprint this race. He's going for it. He's going to do 15-minute sprints races, I think. That's a lot of pit stops. I think you might lose too much time. Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to call it too soon, but at the moment I'm seeing 13 seconds dropped in the pits, and then adding this lap to it. 53, so around about 20 odd seconds in the pits. He didn't fully top up though. I doubt he put any fuel in that. I imagine he just changed his tyres to the racing softs, but it's putting 15 seconds behind Irish Fox and 40 seconds ahead of Kevin. Kevin's had a real nightmare. He's made a pit stop. It's put him right out of this race. The Aston Martin not working well round here, and he's picked another penalty up. Caliber, meanwhile, the BMW purring like a kitty cat around Barcelona, is having a glorious day. 9.7 second lead on Floris, and now we've got a fight here with Floris. Floris is ahead of GT Racer. Oh my words. Oh, I hate it when I miss something. Yeah, he's already done it. So God knows when Floris pulled that little corker off, but Floris up and ahead of GT Racer with Noir and Terrace in 4th. Nibbles still in there, in the game, still in the fight, and his tyres looking loads healthier than those, and it might be the tyres that caught GT Racer out. He's done a couple of 47s on the hop with Floris now in the 46s. So yeah, I think GT Racer a little at pain there for grip. Tyres starting to wear down. Noir and Terrace in the 46s as well, and GT Racer is going to have to make a decision because he's losing time to those around him. Should he come in the pits, or should he stay out there and stick with it with 1 hour 43 minutes left of this race? We're only 17 minutes into it, and Floris steadily pulling away from the Chevy. Nibbles only a second and a bit, 1.8 should we say, behind Noir and Terrace, and I think the two ahead, Noir as well, are going to have to pit sooner than Nibbles. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Fred Dude, I thought he was going to catch up at Nibbles, but the tyres are hurting. He's dropped into the 47s now. I don't know if that'll be a consistent 47, if that was just a mistake. But yeah, look at that. 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, all rather close together. Fred Dude's going to try and hook onto the back of that train with Liam at Thurso 4.5 seconds behind Fred Dude, and his tyres are virtually dead, and we're at 17.5 minutes in the race, as are Irish Foxes, 7 seconds behind Liam at Thurso. Evil Dragon, who's just changed his tyres, having a power drift around the corner, has done a 45.6, and maybe it was a good idea to change his tyres when he did, because everyone he was racing with is now struggling. And there is Kevin. So Caliber, he's not going to pit. It's more GT Racer. He didn't pit on this one. So GT Racer opting not to pit. Who was the other one? Fred Dude. He's still got a bit of meat on those tyres though. But Fred Dude, another... Oh no, he's back in the 46s. So the 47 may have been a blip. But it's definitely regular 47s for GT Racer now. And his teammate, he can't hold his teammate up. Well, I don't know. I say he can't. You know, he shouldn't. He shouldn't hold his teammate up. So it'll be interesting where this one is going to shake out. And how neat and tidy they're going to make it look. But at the moment, Nibbles is loving this. He's gained half a second already, another 10th. And Noir and Terrace is hurting. He's hurting, stuck behind the other Clockwork car. And the Clockwork Motorsports are screwing themselves in this race, giving it to the Finn. The Finn absolutely on fresh tyres as well. His tyres are absolutely crisp as the day they were moulded. He's sat there rubbing his hands, watching the two Clockwork Motorsports teams screw each other over. This is a shocker. Then Nibblers in 5th, Red Dude in 6th. His tyres are cooked. Then we've got Liam at Thurso, his tyres cooked also. On Irish Fox's tyres cooked. And look at Evil Dragon, big gains. Huge gains on Irish Fox. And Kevin out there with his fresh tracks on. He's not getting the lap times that he'd like though. Caliber, 10 seconds. Oh no, Flores has picked up a 1 second penalty. And GT Racer 3 seconds adrift of them now. Don't think they're going to be a problem. There's at Liam Thurso, he's gone in. Fred Dude stayed out. So did GT Racer. Wow, I mean, just because you've got fuel on board doesn't mean you should carry on racing. 47, he's in the low 47s. He was doing mid 46s, touched to 45. And then he's been doing 47s ever since. Noir Anteras has lost all of his advantage on Nibbles. Nibbles now 2/10 behind the BMW. Nibbles with so much more grip than the Beamer and the Chevy. And I think Nibbles is going to come and take away all of Clockwork Motorsports toys. And Noir Anteras under braking there, struggling with a bit of tyre smoke. And GT Racer, he's maintained that lead, the position ahead of Noir. Noir's not been able to just throw it in there. And it's close racing. Nibbles then gets a ringside seat, and there goes Noir. The call has happened. Or GT Racer has thought I'd better let him through. Now GT Racer is going to do all he can to keep the McLaren behind and give his teammate a chance to pull away a little bit. Nibbles will know this. He'll be very, very cagey behind these two. They're both going in. They're both going in. And Nibbles now, he's going to want to do some absolute killer lap times as the two Clockwork Motorsport teams go into the garage for a pit stop. Noir Caliber, is still out there. He's got no interest in a pit stop so far. Everything's going well. Flores also, the R8, looking after his tyres. Absolutely cracking. Then we've got Nibbles. He's looked after his tyres the best out of the top three. Fred Dude, he's just going to drive them till they pop. He doesn't care. Then we've got the two Clockwork Motorsports teams in the car, in the garage. As Evil Dragon, the earliest pit stopper, has driven through to take 5th place. Legit 5th place away from Noir Anteras, who gets out of the pits ahead of his teammate GT Racer. Liam Thurso is further down the road. He's gone for another set of medium tyres in that Mercedes, with Irish Fox after their pit stop on a set of mediums, also 10 seconds adrift of Liam at Thurso and 30 seconds ahead of Kevin. Oh, Kevin is at the side of the road. He must be letting some cars through. And Caliber, is he going to take it to the full 30 minutes? I think it is. I think these guys are going to try and do just, what, that 3-stop strategy? I said 3-stop? Might be 2. No, 3. It'll be on the 30-minute, and there goes Kevin. It was predictable. 30 seconds off of the back. I don't think we can blame the lobbies for that. I think Kevin had had enough. Maybe that car wasn't set up for him. Maybe the setup wasn't right. But we've seen him struggle all the way around here. Oh, yeah. Just having a little sip of my drink. So Fred Dude finally into the pits. He's given up with those tyres. And Evil Dragon could move up into 4th place, but Evil Dragon's not got much fuel left. It's an interesting strategy if he is going to go for lots of short, fast stints, because at the moment it seems to be paying dividends, but in the long run I think it's going to put him on the back foot. Them on the back foot, I don't know them from Adam. Girl, boy or alien. Caliber then leads 12.3 seconds ahead of Floris in the Audi. Neither of these two have pitted, and nor has the McLaren of Nibles. And it's a strong fight out there in the front, with Evil Dragon had an early stop in his Gen X, and he's used those tyres up already. He's ready for another stop. Noir Antares having a big battle with GT Racer and Nibles. He's still be looking for Nibles' position when he finally pits. So Noir, 3/4 of a tank he decided to put in, and so did GT Racer, working off the same strat page. Are the CW team, motorsports team. Fred Dude, 7th place ahead of Liam at Thurso. I think Liam at Thurso has gained though, has made huge gains. Oh, he's pitted recently, has he? Fred Dude, where is Fred Dude? Sorry, 7th. Fred Dude is on his outlap, so Fred Dude's just come out of the pits. It's very tight between the two of these two. Cool. And then it's just Irish Fox. 13 seconds, they've lost 3 seconds to Liam at Thurso somewhere along the way. So Caliber, his tyres pretty much now used, we can call that, I'm pretty sure. With Floris as well on a very used set of tyres. Evil Dragon's gone in again for his 2nd stop, and he's picked up a penalty. And Nibblers, you wouldn't have thought he's done 25 minutes on those tyres, but he has. 17.6 seconds off of Caliber, but I'm not sure these guys are really aiming for Caliber, because he's just that fast. But Floris, I think Nibbles will be thinking if there's a way he can get ahead of him. 4.6 seconds isn't a great deal, and the tyres are so much better on the McLaren. 46.7 for Floris last time out. 46.6, nothing in it between the Floris and Nibles. Noir Antares still ahead of GT Racer, but I think GT Racer is a little bit faster. I think the Chevy can go a little faster than Noir Antares, so will we have team orders? Fred Dude 9 seconds adrift of them, but he's got his hands full because he's got a Merc looming down on him. So Liam Thurso chasing down Fred Dude. It's a 1.5 between the two of them. The Gen X versus the Merc. And it's a tough battle. It's a fight, especially for Liam. He looks like he's fighting the car and Fred Dude all in one go.
There's no party up.
So, oh, they are. True start, says Charles, there's no party up. No, there's no party up.
So, Liam. Charles, there's no party up. True Star says he needs to get in the party. He needs to start saying some instructions to the team. So Caliber then is leading 13.5 seconds from Floris in the Audi. Floris's fuel is now finally flashing. And Nibbles 4.4 seconds has made small gains on Floris. Oh look, they're even in the same screen now. Oof, fight on there for the 2 podium positions. Noir Antares is being steadily caught by GT Racer. It was 7 tenths, now it's 5 tenths. And the question is Noir Antares slowing down GT Racer? Whoa, GT Racer having a tank slapper on in the middle of the corner. And the answer to the question is no. Noir's isn't, and he's got a penalty for that mistake. Beautiful how you get penalised for a mistake. It's shocking. Fred Dude then 9.4 seconds adrift of those guys in the Gen X. Just gone faster than he's gone before. And he is steadily pulling away from Liam at Thurso. Delicious. Evil Dragon after his second pit stop on a set of softs. 3 seconds ahead of Irish Fox, who's kind of been stranded now. The rest of the field has left them. Can't get it right, guys. So Caliber's fuel's flashing with Floris now also on the last of their fuel. They'll be both coming in this pit stop, little laps. And now Nibbles, sorry, I've done so well. And Nibbles is starting to get the fuel flash. So, and it is 30 minutes. I guess 30 minutes. Come on, someone give me a badge. I got it right. Noir Antares, could he take the lead? 48 seconds back? I'm not sure. I don't think he might not be able to take the lead. GT Racer right there with Noir Antares. But he's got to pay a penalty. He's got to pay the man. With Fred Dude 9.4 seconds, but Fred Dude going faster and faster each lap, really starting to find his stride now on those medium tyres. And Liam at Thurso for the AequepaX Racing team is seeing Fred Dude disappear into the distance. Evil Dragon has picked up a penalty for a mistake probably, after doing their fastest lap after their second pit stop, putting them down there in 8th place. Did they put fuel in it? Not much fuel either this time. Bloody hell, what are they doing? They're just racing for the fastest lap, maybe. So there we go. Floris Caliber didn't go in. Caliber's decided to stay out one more time. Floris is in. Nibbles is in. And this is the big question. Can Noirs and Noirs and GT Racer get ahead of Floris and then Nibbles? And in the chat, True Star is saying, oh, Irish is racing. What happened to Nano? See, this is why the team needs to throw that party up. Good luck, Irish. I believe in you. Yes, it's Irish. Irish Fox. Didn't see Nano at all. No. So Noir and GT Racer do get ahead of Floris. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Floris and Nibbles is closer to Floris after the pit stop, because Nibbles only put 3/4 of a tank of fuel on board and has gone for a set of racing soft tyres, where Floris has gone for a medium set of tyres, and it's race on between all of these now, with GT Racer on medium chasing down Noirs, and Caliber still not pitting yet. Can he get to the pit lane? He's going to, and he's just coming up to the final corner now. He's on the last slither of fuel. What's the percentage say when he comes in? 0, I bet. 1% of fuel on board of Caliber, and he's got 48 seconds on Noir. Now, what are we saying? What are we saying, eh? Could it be tight? He's not even at his pit lane yet. I would not. I would be very surprised if the Beam and the Chevy can catch Caliber up while he's at the pit stop. But we will see. We will see. That's the beauty of racing. They're coming up to the chicane. If we didn't use the one with the chicane, they probably would have been there by now. So Noir's then in second place. GT Racer in third. GT Racer getting very close to his teammate. And there we go. Caliber is out of the pits. Full tank of fuel, set of medium tyres, and time in hand. Could have stopped for a picnic. There's Noir's just coming down at the pit lane. But we've got a Beamer 1-2. Have we, though? Because GT Racer's gone for the move, and GT Racer is through. And up into second place. Noir and Terrace giving him a lovely tow down the straight. And we did have a BMW 1-2. Now we've got a BMW Chevy BMW sandwich. Then we've got Flores in the Audi in fourth place. And Nibles just behind him in fifth. Fred Dude has really gained huge gains on Nibles. What's gone off there? I know the pit stop happened and everything, but still, he was 9 seconds or so behind. I don't think he fueled up very much in the pit stop. Possibly. I don't know. His pit stop was a while ago, though. Colour me in confused. But Fred Dude there has made huge gains on Flores and Nibles. And he pulled away from Liam Thurso quite a bit. There was 1 point something seconds between them when they pitted, when they come out of the pits. And Liam again, that Mercedes destroying the tyres, the destroyer of tyres. Evil Dragon, he's in a different total race altogether, just going for soft tyres, low fuels, and hitting the track as fast and hard as he can. Irish Fox there, 8 seconds adrift of Evil Dragon. And they're seeing their race out. They've been doing some good lap times, 47s. Steady Eddie. Oh, a mistake costs them a penalty. It is shocking. And there is Caliber then crossing the line. In the lead by 9.6 seconds. GT Racer in second spot with Noir and Terrace in third. Flores, though, not too far behind. I mean, it's very tight still. With 34 minutes down and still an hour and a half to go. And Fred Dude 3 seconds adrift of those on board with Caliber. Not that on board, that on board.
For another hour.
So that's what it's like on board with Caliber. My word, he's fast. Shocking. Speedyman Charles in the chat saying, I'm at work for another hour. Hopefully he can get back for the race. In the second race, that is, anyway. I think you got the Aussie back. I wonder if he enjoyed his Australian Grand Prix. I haven't spoken to you since that shambles. Oh, I'd ask for my money back if I was you, Stig. What a joke. So Caliber leads 11 seconds from a GT Racer. And Noir and Terrace in third. And them two have done a beautiful little job there, haven't they? It's like the Italian job. They've done the they've done Flores and Nibbles. Nibbles getting closer to Flores, isn't it? Let's get on. I don't know. Let's have a look. So Fred Dude was catching those guys, but they seem to be pulling away from him somewhat now. Excuse me, I've got the windy pops now. I just had to take... Oh, I was telling you, I was getting a headache, so I had some paracetamols. And then I just knocked them back with a Red Bull. Now I've got a bit of windy pops. Evil Dragon's out of fuel again and tyres. It's an interesting race. He's having fun, and that's the main thing. But he's not going to be able to make much impact in this race, I'm afraid, with all those pit stops and all of the fuel. So Caliber leads from GT Racer. Oh, it's tasty battles all the way, and even Fred Dude is still in with a shout here. So in the McLaren then with Nibles as he chases down the Audi R8. And Speedy Man Charles says, I'll definitely be back for the second race. I worked my schedule out so I can get back in time. That's awesome, man. That's going to be so cool. And so Nibles then
will be making the second race. So AXR will make an appearance today.
He's making big gains on Flores, you can see right there. 45s down the board now for the McLaren. And look, do you know what? I brought my glasses out. I don't know why I'm struggling to read that chat. Do you hear the Velcro on my glass case? It's like I'm 12 or something. I've got Velcro on the glasses case. You don't choose the case, you know. You choose the glasses, and then they give you a case, and you think, fuck me, am I 12? Why have I got Velcro on my glasses case? I wanted one of them old man click ones. So True Slav says, I'll be making the second race, so Chiara Corsa will make an appearance today. I thought we were missing someone, and I think they've got a really good livery as well. Stig gets to talk about it, I don't. Rah. So Nibles then, 5th place. He's made big gains on Flores. Flores is having to drive out of his skin in that Audi R8, isn't he? Look at him. 45.7 last time out. Nibles a 45.1. That's the gains he's making. Scary stuff. And GT Racer has steadily... Well, he's not really steadily pulled away. But I imagine Noir Anteris has been able to save fuel. Not really, majorly. Liam at Thurso's gone in. It's a tyre issue and a bit of a fuel issue. Fred Dude's tyres are looking okay, but he's not making any inroads on Nibles. Irish Fox there, 21 seconds behind Liam at Thurso. They're continuing on, and they will go ahead of Liam, but they're going to be due a pit stop in a lap or two. And Evil Dragon recently, again, for the 3rd time, I think, has pitted for half a tank of fuel and some new fresh racing softs. May as well just put some hards on it and fill it up. Keep just doing continuous laps. But Caliber then 13.6 seconds with GT Racer. I don't know. I don't think these boys should be coming to the end of their pits as well soon. Where we think Flores, Nibles and Caliber won't be pitting until the hour, on the hour, in another 20 minutes. GT Racer probably is going to be pitting in the next 5 minutes maybe. It was about 22 minutes into the race, I think, we saw these two come into the pits, and they had spent their tyres, the pair of them, and it looks like GT Racer's starting to spend his tyres now, and this is the situation he had last time, and Noirs was all stuck up behind him. Flores and Nibles won't need to pit for a while yet, and yes, they'll see the Clockwork Motorsports team disappear into the pits, and then they will enjoy their 2nd and 3rd places back again temporarily until the next round of pit stops, I would figure. And we'll do that until the end and see which pit stop strategy is better. Fred Dude then, what's he up to? He's 6 seconds adrift of Nibles, 34 seconds ahead of Irish Fox, who's up to 7th now because of Liam at Thurso's pit stop. But Irish Fox very close to a pits, and there it's a he, I think. Because it's Fox, just think of Fox as foxy lady. Jimi Hendrix. Everyone must know Foxy Lady by Jimi Hendrix. Jeez.
Liam Thurso is going to get that position back from Irish Fox. With Evil Dragon, 33 seconds. He's going through the final corners. Irish Fox is getting their car worked on, getting the fuel in. Evil Dragon's on the straight. Irish Fox, I don't think the pit crew can turn it around for him. And Evil Dragon is through and going towards the first corner. Irish Fox has been released, and they can see Evil Dragon just up the road, and just down the road is Caliber. So Evil Dragon goes back up into 8th. Irish Fox in 9th. Racing Mediums, a lot of fuel. And Evil Dragon's on softs with a lack of fuel. So I think Irish Fox will be seeing that full throttle racing team again. Now the two Clockwork Motorsports teams are into the pits. And it was fuel this time for the both of them. Nibbles is very close to the Audi R8. Floris is in trouble. Floris, are they saving fuel? Maybe they're managing their car a bit better this time around. They did use their tyres up quite a lot in the first stint. So maybe managing their car a little bit more in this second run. And Nibbles is there. Nibbles is right on the back of Floris. We've got a delicious fight here for second and third. This is fantastic. So in the chat, we have the Animal Untamed. Hey Castor, what kind of music do you think Irish is jamming to? I don't know. Mumford and Sons? Enya? 74. I imagine they like a bit of Jimmy, a bit of lead in their pencil, whole lot of loving. So Caliber is leading this race, 18.2. Floris, hands full all the way from Nibbles. Nibbles is all up and in that business. I tell you, he can write his name on the back of Floris's Audi. But Nibbles has picked up a penalty, and that is giving Floris a little happy time. A little happy dance in Floris's cockpit, as Nibbles will have to spend that half a second penalty. And in the chat, Speedy Man Charles saying, Anime Opens, I bet. And the Animal Untamed saying LMAO. So Nibbles, oh, he's got to pay a penalty. Look how close. That's got to be so frustrating as a sim racer when you're really virtually there in touching distance. I mean, my gosh. They wouldn't let Gary Glitter get that close to anyone. But Nibbles is right there on his bumper, but he's got to pay the penalty. He's coming up to the penalty line now, and Floris can take a deep breath in his Audi and just, oh, yellow flag. Is that for back marker? Interesting. I don't know. I saw a yellow flag. Caliber's doing okay, and maybe it was cost of the 5-second penalty. So it's dropped back to a second. GT racer out of the pits in 4th. So they only lost the 2 positions, Floris and Nibbles. Fred Dude must have pitted with them. He did. So GT racer, Noir Antares, Fred Dude, all on one strategy. Oh, Liam Thurso has picked up a penalty, and Irish Fox will be happy to hear that.
Do you think the McLaren and the BMW are the strongest cars on the grid, or just the drivers being highly skilled?
Well, Caliber is beyond anything, to tell you the truth. So the Animal Untamed, let me get my flipping bloody goggles on. The Animal Untamed saying, okay, another question. Do you think the McLaren and the BMW are the strongest cars on the grid, or just the drivers being highly skilled? Speedy Man Charles says both. Well, I was under the impression that the McLaren was down on speed on the straights, but quite good in the corners, and he did get mugged off when all the cars were on heavy fuel.
he was getting not mugged off in the straights, but I think they've gone low downforce with their setup. But Caliber, I promise you, I haven't seen him lose a race. I've seen him DNF through lag and stuff, but I haven't ever seen him not finish a race. He's just amazing. He's just unbelievable. So yeah, when you see Caliber on the sheet, when you're signed up, you know you're racing for second place, I'm afraid. And I think the guys out there probably would agree. He's unbelievable. So Floris ahead of Nibles. Nibles has got it all to do now. I mean, I'm telling you that I've driven the Audi R8, and that is a beast. It's horrible to drive, so I don't know how Floris has managed that. And in the chat then we have Speedy Manchar says the McLaren is incredibly good on its tyres. Yes, we've seen that from both rounds so far, that the McLaren doesn't barely use its tyres, but he's gone for softs. Oh, that's why he's been able to catch Floris. I forgot he went on softs. So GT Racer is on mediums with Fred Dude. Fred Dude ahead of Noirs. Oh my gosh. What have we missed? Have we already missed it? I think we had, oh, he had a wiggle on there. No, he must have already gone. He must have already lost the position. So Fred Dude. Whoa. Big one then.
The McLaren seems to run softs for the same amount of time that others run on meds.
Yeah. Yeah, Noir Anteras has lost a huge chunk of time. He's struggling with something out there on the medium tyres. That must have been what the yellow flag was for. So GT Racer still in 4th place, 10 seconds ahead of Fred Dude, and Fred Dude's moved up a position because Noir Anteras seems to have lost a position. And Liam Thurso is only 7 seconds behind him. So if Noir does whatever he's done, I can't really see. He's done a 47, which is a normal lap time. Maybe it's from the pit stops that Fred Dude, but I'm sure the last time I looked... No, that 159. That 159 after the pit stops has been his downfall. And Fred is now up a position. Liam at Thurso, 7 seconds behind. Irish Fox is 24 seconds behind Liam. And 41 seconds ahead of Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon's had an off because that's not a pit stop. They've had a huge off, and there he goes again. The tyres are absolutely shot. And now they're just having fun in the Genesis, I think, Evil Dragon. Don't get in people's way, though. That's the main thing. And you've got some cars coming towards you. I think that one of them cars, it's not Caliber, because he's not nowhere near there, I don't think. You've got Floris, 7/10 ahead. Nibles now ready for another pit stop, not quite making the hour mark, where Floris and Caliber will be. Caliber's still got half a tank of fuel. We're 50 minutes into the race. And Floris there is in second with loads of fuel. So Nibles, I think, must have short fueled this one and put racing softs on, hoping to jump Floris in the pits, but he just hasn't managed it, and he hasn't beat him on track. So that's Nibles. He's going to be looking over his shoulder now at GT Racer. Luckily for him, Noirs has had a bad lap somewhere along the way, and Fred Dude up and into 5th for the... I forgot who he's racing for. Give me one tick. No, Chumleys. And I will tell you. Fred Dude is racing for the AXR team. Car number 11. It is. In the Genesis X. Looks great. I do like that Genesis X. I haven't noticed it before. Now I noticed it again on Friday. There was something happening, and I saw... Well, actually, I'm going to tell you guys. What the hell? Friday, yeah. At the VRC, we're doing a charity race because I used to have cancer. I haven't got cancer anymore. We're celebrating it by having a race for Cancer Research UK. We did qualifying Friday evening, and then on next Friday we're doing a 2.5 hour race at Spa in a multi-class race, Group 3s and Group 1 cars. So I'll put the Just Giving page in your Discord groups, if you don't mind. That'd be cracking. Yeah, I forgot.
Worst and best livery in your opinion, go.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you can't do that to me. So, yellow flag's out, right, in the chat. They're getting all chatty. And they've given me that worst question I hate. So they said, Shadow says everybody else has skill issues. R8 is actually fine, haha. Speedy Man Charles says the McLaren seems to run softs for the same amount of time the others run on mediums. Truth Lab says I'll be racing with COVID, so I expect to do very bad today. Oh, fingers crossed for you, man. The Animal Untamed said, Castor, worst and best livery in your opinion, go. And Speedy Man Charles saying, putting him on the spot, LMAO. And Animal Untamed said, had to. I don't know. I can't choose a worst. I like them all. I know that's really weak, but I do. Every time I go to one, I think, oh yeah, that's really cool. Like I like that. That's like a mad one. That's like it's like a mashup of about 4 different liveries. That one's cool as your hell because it's got. I just like the colours. It's like a Union Jack in the Liquor Molly sponsorship. So I like it. I like the Clockwork. I keep wanting to call them. Is it Clockwork Orange? I think they're just Clockwork Motorsport. But because there's orange on it, and there's a famous book called Clockwork Orange, I just keep wanting to call them Clockwork Orange. But I think they are just Clockwork Motorsport. But they put orange bits on their car, so surely it's something to do with that. They're really clean, aren't they? It's really nice. Really nice little liveries they are. Nibbles, no, I can't. There's no worse livery. There is none. We don't have one. They've all turned up with their A game. That's cracking as well. That's one of my favourites, I've got to say. The Puma one. And that's clean. I mean, you could say, no, that's clean as a whistle. That's beautiful. There is no worst. There is no worst one, I would say. The best one, maybe Irish Fox. Maybe Irish Fox. Because I kind of like that. I like the colours and the way it works. It's nice. Caliber's leading this race anyway. All the livery talk. So Flores is in second. Nibbles has had to make that pit stop we was talking about. They've gone for soft tyres and a little pinch of fuel. So I think we've had a strap change here. They were going long in the beginning. Now they're doing short stints on soft tyres for Nibbles. And will it pay dividends? Fred Dude is 5 seconds behind them. It's looking rather grey, isn't it? Looking grey, the skies, there's no blue up there anymore, and we don't have a radar, so we can't tell what the weather is going to do. But to me, it's looking misty, it's looking muggy. Caliber, meanwhile, 19 seconds in the lead of this late race, Flores, and they'll be looking to come in around about the hour mark, I would say. Although the fuel seems to say they could go a bit longer, probably over an hour into the into this race for their second stop, only their second stop. GT Racer, they've pitted twice so far. They're in third. Nibbles, I think he's pitted 3 times. Twice. Yes, the 2 at the front have only pitted once. Yeah, once. He's pitted twice. Nibbles has pitted twice. Fred Dude, I believe, has pitted twice. Noir Anteris has pitted twice. Liam at Thurso, I think, has pitted twice, but it looks like he's ready for a third one. That Mercedes is really got something against its left front tyre, hasn't it? It really is destroying that tyre. 27 seconds ahead of Irish Fox, though. Have we lost another person? No, we had 10. And Irish Fox, then. Keeping Evil Dragon at bay, but Evil Dragon is turning this one into a test session, I think, or a drift session, one or the other. Caliber then leads this race. Flores in second, and it's huge gaps from everyone else.
Although Nibbles is catching up with a GT Racer. GT Racer at the moment, tyres are okay. And the headlights are going to come on in a minute. It's getting so dark out there. Keep thinking I'm seeing something falling down. Oh, there's a yellow flag. I think that'll probably be I thought it was going to be Eagle Dragon. Caliber sticking to the plan, as is Floris. Both doing a super job out there in first and second. GT Racer in the Chevy is in third spot, with Nibbles there in fourth, 3.5 seconds behind him. Fred Dude fifth, slowly rising. He's been slowly chipping away at the positions, with Noir Anteras sixth. He was behind his teammate GT Racer. He slipped down behind Fred Dude. Nibbles has pitted and come out behind GT Racer, so he hasn't lost that position as such, but he might have been ahead of Nibbles if he'd stayed in position before he dropped behind Fred Dude. Liam at Thurso, tyres are gone. Tick. Irish Fox killing it in the Chevy. 49.0. It's getting very cloudy, very cloudy. Like I said, I don't believe there'll be rain. I don't actually think the random rain thing works on GT7, because everything I've done so far with a random thing has not happened. But it is looking like, I mean, Caliber's still getting the lap times. He's got 46.8, so maybe the track's getting cooler. The sun's definitely gone away, so you'd think temperatures would start falling out there. And Floris's fuel is now flashing. Floris ready for a pit stop. What's GT Racer got? GT Racer still got 1/4 of a tank of fuel on boards. Yes, see, I thought that. True Slav says it cannot rain on this track, and the Animal and Tame said it can't rain. No, I didn't think it had a rain setting, but it was looking really weird and grey and stuff. But they must just have an overcast setting. Why can't they have rain at every track and just have a random thing happen? I've seen rain in Spain before. So Liam at Thurso has gone into the pits, and Irish Fox 30 seconds probably could get that position, but Irish Fox is having a front left tyre issue, as was Liam at Thurso, and that's why he's gone into the pits. Caliber leads, Floris in second. GT Racers picked up 1/2 second penalty, and Nibbles, guess who's there? Guess who's knocking at the door? Guess who's ringing my bell? It's Nibbles. It's Nibbles. He's right there in the McLaren, giving the Chevy some hassle. And Floris goes into the pits. Floris goes into the pits as GT Racer goes deep into the corner, and Nibbles says thank you very much. And that is third place. Tar. See ya. And GT Racer maybe thinks about a pit stop, possibly, with Floris into the pits. Who knows? Caliber's still cracking on. His fuel is flashing. We are now just over an hour into this race as Floris pits it. Nibbles gets a third place from GT Racer. GT Racer looks like he's fighting the Chevy with all his might at the moment. He wants that position back. He's driving angrily. It's the only way. As Floris drops down into fourth, he's at the pits. He's been released. He's been released. The next one on the track is Fred Dude. I think Floris is going to be fine against Fred Dude. Fred Dude cuts the line, and he is too far back to make an impact on Floris. But GT Racer, he's ailing at the moment. He had a penalty, then he went deep in the corner. He gave Nibbles the position, and Nibbles is running with it. He's not going to catch that lead, but still, he could pull over and in Spanish lager Corona over and have a San Miguel. With Nibbles in second, GT Racer is in third spot. Floris is in fourth after their pit stop. Full fuel set of fresh racing medium into this race. Fred Dude is coming to the end of his stint. His tyres are starting to be burnt up. Noir and Terrace then in sixth place, with Irish Fox in seventh. They've picked up a penalty, and Liam at Thurso, he's got to go. He's going to get racy. He's going to get racy. He didn't think this Mercedes could race. He's been fighting it all the way around. He keeps seeing cars in front of him, but he just can't do anything about it. And they're going to have an emergency meeting in the AequepaX Racing team to discuss this Mercedes, release a statement to the public apologising for what? Not driving off in the distance and ruining F1 for us for the last 8, 9, 10 years. Idiots. Toto Wolff is the anti-devil, and so's Christian Horner. They're both the same person. That's how the devil works, you know. And Liam at Thurso getting the move done around the outside, not quite round the outside. Caliber is into the pits. The leader of the race is into the pits, and Liam at Thurso is throwing everything he's got at that Chevy. And Irish Fox defending like a lion. But this is where it's going to be tough. Down the straight, Liam at Thurso may have shot his bolt a bit early there, trying to go on the attack. Should have just stayed with the back of Irish Fox to come out of that final corner. Right up there, Jaxie. And now he's spent that great, lovely toe, and he's unable to get ahead. Caliber still into the pits. Nibblers is second with GT Racer. And the move's going to go on. He's going on. No, not quite. As we see the Chevy wobble, wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble in front of us. And that was so close there from the AXR team. Trying to get a move. GT Racer into the pits for GT Racer. And Flores is through. What's Fred going to do? He's bringing it in also. He's pitting as well. And Noir and Terrace is bringing it in. Irish Fox is under pressure from Liam at Thurso, but they are defending like a fox. A foxy lion. And Liam at Thurso trying all he might with that Mercedes, and he's through the Mercedes after Irish Fox goes a little wide, and Liam at Thurso does a stellar job bringing the Mercedes through. Caliber then 3-second penalty. Someone doesn't know how to drive out the pit lane. So Caliber in such a rush to get out has paid 3 seconds of that 13-second lead he has on Nibbles. And Caliber, I'm only joking, of course you know how to drive out the pit lane. Just trying to make it easy. Ooh, Nibbles has got the fastest lap though with a 44.8. And Flores, I imagine, feels that second place belongs to them. GT Racer out of the pits in fourth place. And Fred Dude comes out of the pits in fifth. Noir Antera stays in sixth after all three pitted at the same time. And Liam at Thurso has picked up a half-a-second penalty, but Irish Fox has to come into the pits. And Evil Dragon has parked it for the day. Just put some hard tyres on and go round and do some continuous laps, my friend. And looks like that cloudy session has cleared up. The sun is coming back out again, and we are back on for a nice... We can get our tops back off, we can get some sun, we can get some rays. That's the main thing. It got a bit chilly for a second or so, but now the sun's out and guns out. Come on. Nibblers second. Flores is getting closer, but he's got that half-a-second penalty. Flores on the medium tyres. Nibblers is coming to the end of his stint. Oh, he did a 53. Oof, that's painful. He did a 44 and then a nearly 10 seconds slower lap afterwards. That's not the way to do it. And they're coming up to put a lap on Irish Fox, who's just come out of the pits. And Irish Fox might be struggling at the back there, but it's still good points as Irish Fox gets out of the way of the Flying Finn. And they'll have to watch out because they've got Floris just behind as well. Floris after a piece of that action. And it's cracking stuff. I think we're going to go on board with Floris for a bit and have a little moment. On board then with Floris. We have been for a little while, haven't we? Because I went off for a fag. Very professional here on the comms box. I was gagging, guys. I don't know what happened. I just really fancied a ciggy. And they kill, you know. Did I tell you about the charity thing I was doing for cancer as well? Yeah, hypocritical. I forget. So Caliber leads the way by 19.5 seconds, and Nibles is under the costs. He is in trouble. The fuel is flashing. The tyres are red. And Floris is opening it up. He's lighting up those wheels. He's going for it. GT Racer, so easy. He was up there in second, wasn't he? He can't believe, well, I say he was up there in second. Not originally. It was down to the pit stops, wasn't it? The pit strategies. And I don't know, he might still end up ahead of Nibles. Nibles is going to come out of the pits behind GT Racer, I think. Caliber is going to be going, he's only got one more stop left in this race, I'm pretty sure. Nibles then, he's got a couple of stops to do.
I don't think that second place is guaranteed, with Floris in the background as well, with plenty of fuel on board. GT Racer, plenty of fuel on his board as well. And Fred Dude, 13 seconds adrift in the Gen X, 46ers across the board. He's doing lovely consistent times, low 46ers versus GT Racer. See, GT Racer's in the 45s, you see. The Chevy just has a little edge on the Genesis, it seems. Noir Antares, 45.8 as well, the Beamer. Maybe Fred Dude's doing a bit of fuel saving, a bit of conserving with those 46ers. He was doing 47s when his tyres were going out, I don't know. I think 46 is the best the Gen X is getting out of that. Liam at Thurso, 42 seconds ahead of Irish Fox. And he's going to be in for a pit. These tyres, that Merc has been no friend to tyres. Old Liam's been burning rubber today, like anyone. And his pace, he's got great pace. And the slab says, what a move. What move on what? I missed it. Irish Fox? That's because I was outside having a ciggy. So Caliber then leads Floris. Niblez into the pits. Niblez is into the pits. So let's watch GT Racer. He's in the final sector. Niblez is not even at his box yet. And GT Racer 22 comes up to the chicane. Niblez still not yet at his box. And GT Racer bringing it around through the Mickey Mouse turn and into the final corner, with Niblez getting the fuel. They've done the tyres. Now they're putting a bit of fuel into that bad boy, and GT Racer easily gets that position back, but Niblez has been released, and GT Racer slightly ahead. And what did they do to Niblez? Soft tyres, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. He's got good time on Fred Dude. Noir, he's going to be trying to get back into this race against Fred Dude. He did a 45, but then he did a 47, and that is not the way to get 5th place back. With Fred Dude absolutely consistent 46ers, low 46ers, happy days. Really like the blue used against the matte black on that car. It's nice. The blue and the purple on the black goes really nicely. Oh, wake up, cameraman. There's a race going on, you know. I know we've been doing it for an hour and 15 minutes, but still, be a bit sharper than that, surely. So Caliber is leading. He's got the fastest lap of 44.7. He's 23.5 seconds ahead of Floris, with a little bit more fuel. I tell you, we've not seen any damage around here. We've not seen any cars flying off the road last round. Where were we? I want to say high speed ring, but I don't think we were. Oh, hang on. Let me get the bloody machine thing up and running again. Hey, well, it might have been high speed ring. I've got a feeling it was high speed ring, because it was really bizarre. No, it was Watkins Glen, sorry. We were at Watkins Glen, and they were struggling to keep it on the road at Watkins Glen. So this is a vast difference to last round. The cars have been quite planted. Caliber 24 seconds in the BMW. Floris done a super job in the Audi R8. For Garage 96, where are they in the table? Let's have a look. Garage 96 9th on 14 points, so this is going to be a huge shot in the arm for that team. I'll open the chat. There's been chat happening. Oh, Group's put the YouTube channel up. That's cool. So let's not all get excited. GT Racer. There's still a huge battle on in this race. We've got 42 minutes left. Still a huge battle for the podium. Maybe not for the lead. Caliber, I think, has got that one all tied up in a lovely little bow. But Floris, GT Racer, Niblez all got an opportunity for a podium. Fred Dude, he's been doing some great laps in the second half of this race, and we can't count him out. Look at him. He's 10 seconds behind Niblez. Niblez is on the soft tyre though. Caliber must be on the soft. No, he's on the medium tyre and he got that fastest lap. That's soul destroying, isn't it? That's crushing one's soul. Floris, he stuck to the medium tyres this race and it's worked well for him. For Garage 96. Caliber Racing for, I think it's SBM. Which means, I'll tell you, it means son of a bitch racing. Hang on, give me a second. SOB. I mean SBM. SBM. Let's all be SBM. It's something to do with the robots. Speedbots Motorsport. There you go. Flores is with Garage 96, GT Racer, Clockwork Motorsports, Vertex. Nibles is with Stossilla Racing. Fred Dude is with the AequepaX Racing team. Then Noir Antero. Come on, cameraman. He doesn't like looking at Viggy. There you go. Noir Anteras is also racing for the Clockwork Motorsports Apex team. Liam Thurso is with the AXR team. Irish Fox is racing for Scuderia, Chiera. And Evil Dragons parked it for the Full Throttle Racing team. He found that Genesis just, no, Aston Martin, isn't it? No, Genesis. A little too much. I think the Aston Martin glitched out of the race. So, Caliber, what can he do from this position? How can he find another 26 seconds in 40 minutes? Flores is 31 seconds ahead of GT Racing. Now, Nibles has been gaining huge gains. Has he? It's not. He hasn't just pitted, has he? He didn't pit that early. Well, Nibles was chasing Flores. Obviously, he's come out behind GT Racer. But he's only 2.6 seconds behind him. I thought he was a bit further back. That's why I said he made huge gains. But he's picked up a penalty on this lap. 5th place, Fred Dude, who's ahead of Noirs. But Noirs has been slowly, steadily picking him off. I say slowly, steadily. 45, 46, 2, 46, 1. Yeah, slow and steady, about half a second each lap on Fred Dude. Liam Thurso into the pits. He's been destroying those tyres on the Merc. And I think Irish Fox at this point could be a little too far behind Liam Thurso to be able to make an impact. And Evil Dragon, like I said, has parked it for the duration of the race. And yeah. So Liam Thurso, we're looking at Irish Fox, sorry. Liam Thurso has just got to squeaky brakes. Oh, Irish Fox steadying the Chevy down after the back end did a little jig. And Liam Thurso then has been released from the pit box and he is out and on to the track. And Irish Fox just coming around the final corner. But Liam Thurso, that first lap's always a little cagey. The tyres quite cold. And you can see a slight blue tinge around them. When you look at them on the dashboard, it's barely noticeable though. They've really got to make it a bit more obvious. So his tyres still yet to warm up. Tools are for 3rd and 4th out on track at the moment. And the Chevy, we see it drops off the pace. And GT Racer did a 46.1 last time out, with Nibles doing a 46.5. So the Chevy's still a little faster at this point in the race. And Noir 4.6 seconds behind Fred Dude. But Fred Dude, I think he's got it all under control, although his front left tyre starting to get a little old. 1.3 now for Nibles. Let's get in car as they make their way up the hill around the right hand.
Heavy braking for the Mickey Mouse chicane. And then heavy on it. I don't know why we've done the one with chicane. I know some people say, oh, it's good for the Group 3s, it closes them up. But there's nothing more fun than hanging a car out all the way around that final corner. And it's kind of nice because it's like the beginning of the race. The beginning of the lap, you're going up to the other side, let the gravity help, and then this one just playing with the throttle all the way around, long corner, long right-hander, and then you used to have it at the other end of the track, a long right-hander going downhill rather than uphill. And I always thought it was nice. It was a nice contrast for both ends of the track where you're going up and round one and down and round another, but then they put a bloody chicane in it. And then Group decided to go and put the chicane in it. Because we could do this race without that Mickey Mouse corner, but we're not. We're doing it with it. And no one understands why. Group's the only man. We're thoroughly blaming Group. Because I know that, because Illusion said it's Group's fault. So, Nibbles. Big gains. Has a look. No, doesn't fancy it just yet. And you can see how close they are. Beautiful stuff. And Nibbles just chipping away at GT Racer. GT Racer's tyres absolutely shot at the front. He's not getting much front end grip there. And Nibbles is waiting. He's hungry like the wolf. And GT Racer, he doesn't pit this lap. And Nibbles, right where he's not close enough again. Another one that's not got quite close enough into the final corner to see if it was the old style corner without the Mickey Mouse chicane. Then they'd be there right on their rear derriere, getting a tow down the straight. But not this lap for Nibbles. But Nibbles is on those racing softs with GT Racer on the mediums and fuel flashing. Floris all on his own now, 30 seconds, a quarter of a tank of fuel. He's not going to be bothered with that third and fourth place battle. And Caliber nearly 27 seconds ahead of second place. So this is where it's at. Noirs, he's pulled another second in on Fred Dude, but it matters very little, because he's going to have to pit, and it's this race here. And it looked like GT Racer had a wiggle on there, and Nibbles is just waiting to pounce. Is he going to try and do it before? No, well, we're miles away from the end of the corner, so of course he's going to try and do it at any point here. But when you get into that last sector, sometimes it's better just to sit up behind them. If you can't get the move done, he's going to try and do it in the hairpin, late braking. My word, it's a beautiful move. The racing soft tyres helping him out, but no, the Chevy has got grunt, sir. The Chevy coming out of the corner's got grunt, but then we've got the McLaren on the inside with the stickier tyres gaining the apex, and that, sir, is how it is done. And Nibbles in third. GT Racer will be disappearing into the pits anyway, so it was, he put a bit of a battle up, but it wasn't worth losing a lot of time over, as he was pitting anyway. So Nibbles on his way, and I don't know if there's a way that he can get back into it with Floris. I think Floris stuck to the strategy, long stints. And GT Race has been joining the pits with Fred Dude and Noir Antares. Great battle going on up and down the field. And Nibbles then continues on with just over a quarter of a tank of fuel against Floris, who's just under a quarter of a tank of fuel. And Liam at Thurso is too far behind Fred Dude to get any gains there, and only 16 seconds ahead of Irish Fox. But Irish Fox is coming to the end of their stint, and they have caned those tyres. Unbelievable stuff. So Liam at Thurso seems safe for now as Caliber continues on. Floris and Nibbles all in the top three. GT Racer back out of the pits on a fresh set of mediums, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Fred Dude
medium tyres, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, which means I think they're going to pit again before the end. And there we go, Noir and Terrace, 3/4 of a tank of fuel on the racing mediums. So I've got a feeling these guys are all going to pit again, and we know Nibbles, Floris and Caliber can all make that car go for 30 minutes. And we are coming up to the last 30 minutes. Irish Fox is into the pits. We said they were coming on to their fuel window, their pit window. And Liam Thurso recently pitting. It's just going to continue on. Noir, Fred. Has Fred jumped Noir? No, Noir was gaining on Fred. He's 3 seconds behind now, isn't he? GT Racer 36 seconds behind Nibbles. But I think GT Racer, Fred and Noir are all going to make another stop before the end. Nibbles, I think, might put medium tyres on and top up and go all the way. I think Floris will do that no matter what. And I think Caliber also will do that. Although Caliber might make that 1/4 of a tank of fuel in these tyres go ridiculously further, come in with only 20 minutes or so to go and maybe got some softs on and see how fast he can make that Beamer go. Floris will be pitting pretty soon. Tyres starting to go and the fuel is low. Nibbles, 1/4 of a tank of fuel. He's obviously not going to get there. He's going to all make pit stops up at the front here, which GT Racer will be happy about. But I think GT Racer's not put enough fuel in for the end to go all the way. Ooh, Fred Dude's picked himself up a penalty. He's only 2.7 seconds ahead of Noir and Terrace. There could still be a tale here to tell your children and your grandchildren. The day that half a second stuffed Fred Dude into the front of Noir and Terrace, and we had an epic battle of battles for the rest of the race between the Belgium and the American. GT Racer, meanwhile, trying to get back to Nibbler. Well, he just doesn't want to lose time. He wants to go out there and do some cracking lap times, so when Nibbles pits, then he can So GT Racer then, it's going to be a tough one. I think Nibbles will be behind him when he pits, but if Nibbles does go full whack of fuel, racing medium tyres, then he could possibly get GT Racer if GT Racer has to pit again before the end of the race. Fred Dude has paid the penalty and he's only 1.5 seconds ahead of the BMW of Noir and Terrace. There's still something to do by the end of this race. Liam at Thurso, he's got another pit to make before the end of this race, but he's 56 seconds. Now Floris is in. Floris is in. We are guessing Floris is going to top right up medium tyres and take it all the way to the end. And Nibbles is going to use this fuel tank up, I suppose, and then he's going to top up what he can for the end. But I just don't think there's a way of him gaining that 30 seconds that he's lost. He's had to make, I think, one extra stop more than Nibbles in this pit stop. I mean, more than Floris. And he comes around. He's going to take second place, but it's only temporary, I believe. He's going to be... He's going to have to... making a mess of things, sorry. I was seeing how far behind I was on the stream. And then I closed the stream down. Not the streaming, the one on my phone. So, 27 minutes left of this first race of round 2. There's going to be 2 races, 2 races of 2 hours long, equaling a 4-hour event. And so far Caliber has absolutely destroyed race 1 in round 2 with Nibbles a minute behind Caliber. Floris pitting, filling up medium tyres like we said. He's going all the way to the end now. And GT Racer, we believe, may have to make another stop before the end of the race, as will Fred Dude. And Noir Antares, who is catching up Fred Dude. Fred Dude doing a 46.2 last time out. Noir Antares doing a 46.2 as well. 46.2 between the two of them. And no one is giving away anything here between the Gen X and the BMW. With Liam at Thurso. Was in a race with Irish Fox, but seems to have sorted that one out. But again, those tyres on the Mercedes are absolutely worn thin. And they will make a pit stop before the end of this race, I am sure. Caliber yet to make that final stop. And it has gone all to plan for Caliber in the BMW for the team he's racing for, which is that team that I said earlier, that is Speedbox Motorsport in the Licky Moller. And they've got Dan Robbo. Dan Robbo is the only English lad in the team. Melvin and Caliber are both Belgian. But that looks a very UK-orientated livery. So thank you, Caliber, for donning our beautiful flag out there. As he goes across, he still doesn't go in. He loves it, doesn't he? 25 minutes, he just doesn't want to pit. Nibbles, he's getting ready for a pit. Floris will be thinking, yeah, get in the pits. You finish, Flipper. And GT Racer, is he going to be able to get Nibbles' spot? It's tight. But I think GT Racer, Fred Dude, and Noir and Terrace are all going to have to make another stop before the end of the race. Let's get on board with... Let's go alongside Noir and Terrace as he tries to gain on the Gen X of Fred Dude. We'll keep an eye on when Nibbles goes into the pits and we'll cut to it. Oh man, I'm thirsty. Supping on me bull. So Noir and Terrace 1.4 seconds behind Fred Dude, pushing hard. So Caliber's gone into the pits. Caliber has gone into the pits. Nibbles surely will be the next one. And Floris, no, too far behind Caliber to take the lead. But we'll get that second place back from Nibbles. Floris is going all the way to the end here. I have no doubt second place is going to be Floris's. Nibbles, I don't think, can do anything about it at the moment. His worries are with a GT Racer, who's just put a lap on Irish Fox. 54 laps. Is that 55 laps Caliber's done? 55 laps around Spain. That's a lot of pain. So Caliber now back out of the pits, racing mediums. I thought he might dare at softs for the last stint. I thought he might fancy it just to see how fast he can go. He's done a 44.7 on those racing mediums. I thought he might push it, but Nibbles now into the pits, and that will give the position up to Floris in that Audi. And you've got to say big, huge congratulations to Floris, because that Audi is a tough car to drive at the best of times, even with a setup. I mean, it's probably a bit better with a setup, but still, Floris, super job in the Audi R8. It's a horrible car. Nibbles brings the McLaren in, and GT Racer gets that 4th place and quarter of a tank. They put in 3/4 of a tank. He's used up a quarter in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps. I'm not sure if they can get to the end. I honestly thought they were going to have to make another pit stop. Clockwork Orange team, Clockwork Motorsports team. Sorry guys, but you called it very close to a very famous book/film. It is a book, but people know it's a film. It's like Shining. It's a film, but really it's a book. Nibbles, although Ready Player One is a film to me because I haven't read the book. So Nibbles is 4th out of the pits. Fred Dude, he's kind of held off Noir Anteras, and he's even pulling away from Noir Anteras now. And I'm not sure with these guys. I might be going back on my word about they're not pitting, because to me it's looking like, I don't know, I still think they might have to pit, you know. And Caliber's picked himself up a 2nd penalty just for the fun of it. And Flores, I mean, we could watch him pay his penalty because we haven't seen him do any racing tonight, so we'll see him pay a penalty. That's something at least, isn't it? Sorry, Caliber, I haven't watched you much. I have tried to keep coming back to you, but you know, you've not been in the races, so I'll watch you. So here he comes. He's coming around the corner now. He's heading towards the penalty pay area. And here it is, the BMW lines itself up ready to pay the penalty. He comes around the corner, there are the yellow arrows, and bang, he's hit the penalty. He's absolutely no speed whatsoever. Now he's going to have to go back up through the gears and down into the... So you don't really lose much. It's in a bloody braking zone for a heavy corner. Wow, what an absolute crap way of... Should be down the start straight, shouldn't it? Surely, the penalty. Down there into the braking zone of a heavy corner. It's not exactly losing much, is it? So Caliber then leads from Flores, 31 seconds, and he's 26 seconds ahead of GT Racer. And the big question really on everybody's lips is, can GT Racer get that Chevy? No, it's not even a question. He can't. He's going to have to pit before the end of this race. Nibbles knows that. Nibbles is looking forward to getting that podium from him. Fred Dude, he's being caught again by Noir Anteras. These two are seesawing back there, 46.7. So are we thinking that Fred Dude is starting to drive somewhat conservatively for his fuel? And Noir Anteras in the BMW says, to hell with fuel, I want to get past you, because I know we're going to have to pit again. And Fred Dude, I think he's going to try and eke it out, but he knows really deep in the deep parts of his heart that he's going to have to do a splash and dash before the end of this race. Liam Thurso, another one really hasn't really been in much action, but he's had a headache. The action he's had is fighting the Merc. It's a beautiful looking car though. No doubt about it, even if it doesn't like corners and doesn't want to turn around them. And Liam Thurso cracking on for the AXR team with Irish Fox ready to have a lap put on them from Stussilla Racing. And Evil Dragon has entered the chat. Welcome back, old chap. Did you have a nap? Did you go to the back of the pit garage and have a snooze? 17 minutes left. I mean, well, maybe they just fancied just to do the final stint. So Caliber then leads the race. Flores is in second, and GT Racer quarter of a tank of fuel, 17.5 minutes on the clock, and we know what that math means. Someone's got to make a pit stop. Nibbles set to take 3rd place away from him. Fred Dude 9.8 seconds behind Nibbles. Another one
fooling himself that he can get to the end on a quarter of a tank of fuel, but really he can't. And Noir Antares is pushing on in the Beamer, and I think he is in full knowledge that he's going to have to make another pit stop. Liam at Thurso cracking on in 7th spot. He's a minute behind Noirs and 25 seconds ahead of the Irish Fox, whom has picked up a half a second penalty. Irish Fox in 8th place, 25.6 seconds behind Liam at Thurso, and about 20 odd laps ahead of Evil Dragon, who has not enjoyed that Genesis today, and just for a laugh, I believe, has brought it out for this last little stint, just to see if it really is a terrible car. And I think he believes it is, because the back end just wants to keep going on him. Caliber then, 32.6 seconds. We've got 16 minutes left on the clock, but that's only 16 minutes for these guys. If you guys hang around this YouTube channel like a teenager outside the co-op, you will get another 2-hour race exactly from this track, with these similar looking cars to these, but they're owned by different drivers. Well, I like to look at the mileages. I've never noticed the looking at the mileages. So Caliber's done 1,200 miles in this Beamer, nearly 1,199 in this Beamer. Floris has done 1,147 miles in the Audi. GT Racer has done 1,309 miles in that Chevy. Niblez has done 1,053 miles in his McLaren. Fred Dude has done 486. half the amount of practice Fred Dude's done. He's doing okay, 5th, but he's not doing that well because Noir Antares, who's gone very deep into the hairpin, and he's got a penalty as well before that happened, was making big gains on Fred Dude. And Noir Antares is ready for his pit stop pretty soon. The car's skating around 826 miles. Noir Antares has done on his. Liam at Thurso, 423, another one. Doesn't like driving the Mercedes too much. And Irish Fox, 902 miles in their Chevy. And Evil Dragon, 234 miles. He's gone back in again. Yeah. So GT Racer, 14 minutes left. I'm sure they're trying to save the fuel, doing nice steady 46s, and so is Niblez, but I think Niblez is just playing the waiting game, and they're waiting for GT Racer to go into the pits. Noir Antares has gone into the pits. Now if he can get onto a nice set of softs, if Fred Dude and GT Racer's a little too far out of their area now, but if Noir he has gone onto a set of softs. We think the same, my friend. So Noir, he knows Fred Dude's fooling himself if he thinks he can get to the end of the race on that fuel, and he's going to go and put his softs on, and he's going to absolutely cane it on the chances that Fred Dude's going to try and slow right down to make the fuel last, realise he's got a pit, and then Noir Antares is there to take away 5th place. Caliber then leads the race. Floris in 2nd, GT Racer in 3rd, hoping, praying that small amount of fuel in his tank can get him to the checkered flag. But I can tell you, man, there you go, he's got into the pits, so he knows. Niblez, oh, is that a reaction? I think Noir is way too far back from GT Racer now to make an impact. And Niblez was always going to get that 3rd place back then on that strategy. And Fred Dude, 17 seconds behind. I think GT Racer will be fine. He'll get, he's not even at his thing yet though. Fred Dude's going down the straight, so he has lost the position to Fred Dude. And I think Fred Dude's going to have to realise he's going to come into the pits at some point. Noir Antares then, 51 seconds. You see, he's got no chance of getting that position as GT Racer leaves the pits, and he's lost 2 positions, but
Fred Dude, we think, right, yeah, his fuel's flashing. His fuel's flashing, so he's going to be in soon. And Nibbler's there, gets that gets that podium position. And there's no way he can catch Floris up at this point. So Fred Dude in 4th at the moment, but he's going to have to pit. Remember, Noir Antares was only a second or so behind Fred Dude. He's put softs on. He's trying to jump Fred Dude in the pits. That's what I believe is going to happen. If Fred Dude, though, 47.2 last time out wide again. The fuel's flashing. Tyres are not great, and Noir Antares is pushing on. So Fred Dude, what's he going to do? He's a bit deep in that corner. He's losing time. It's going to be painful if he goes in the pits. He might find himself behind Noir Antares. So Fred Dude through the chicane. Is he going to try and go around another time? No, he brings it in with Irish Fox just ahead of him. So Noir Antares then, Fred Dude driving down the pit lane. Noir Antares coming up around the right-hander. Fred Dude still not at his pit box yet. Noir Antares coming up to the Mickey Mouse chicane, and he's still not at his box yet. There he is. He's at the box now. I mean, he's going to put soft tyres on. He's going to put a splash and dash in as Noir Antares comes onto the final straight. Fred Dude topping up with fuel. I don't know. That seemed a bit sort of strange there. Noir Antares is through. He is through. He's done the job. He's done the impossible. Fred Dude's onto soft tyres. He's got the fuel, and this is a straight fight now. But these two have got pretty much the same pace as each other, and Fred Dude's going to find this difficult. He's going to find this ever so difficult to get that 5th place back from Noir Antares. With a back marker in between them, GT Racer 23 seconds behind Niblez, and Niblez just cruising to the 3rd. Floris also, all he has to do is bring it home in the next 9.5 minutes. Caliber picking up another penalty and just coming around to pay it. And oh my God, here we go. The car is going to brake suddenly down to 2nd, 3rd, builds up the pace, and then he's into the braking zone anyway. But Caliber, another 2nd penalty. And Floris, not now, but I mean, he's just spent, we saw him do one earlier. So Floris then in 2nd, Niblez is 3rd, GT Racer 4th, Noir Antares 3.5 seconds ahead of Fred Dude. Can Fred Dude do anything in the last 8 or 9 minutes of this race? Liam Thurso nearly 1 minute and 10 seconds ahead of Irish Fox. And Evil Dragon's gone back into the pits. Come out, thought he fancied it, realised he didn't. Fred Dude then, what sort of times can he do? See, he's still doing his outlap, so it's hard to say. A 1:44.8 from Noir Antares, very close to the fastest lap of the race. Caliber, meanwhile, no woes there, no stress, no problem. Just cruising on around, waiting for the checkered flag. He's only got 8 more minutes. And the dude could do this in his sleep. He doesn't even have to get out of bed to win these races. It's as easy as breathing to the rest of us for Caliber. Crazy pace, crazy speed. It's beautiful stuff. Floris, how they control the Audi R8, I will never know, but great job by the Garage 96 team. Then Nibblers in 3rd, and he's had a cracking little race. He's had a little race with GT Racer. GT Racer, 1 stop too many. It seems half a second penalty, but I mean, there's not really anyone he's racing at this point in the race. Although he just does take fastest lap of the race, and I'm sure that's worth a penny or two. So a GT racer grabs fastest lap in his Chevy Noir Antares, out-funking Fred Dude and pulling away from Fred Dude, getting the fastest lap at the end there, and Fred Dude also doing his fastest lap. But it's a 45.1 where Noir was a 44.7. Liam at Thurso, hopefully he's had a good time. His tyres haven't. And Irish Fox has gone for a set of softs near the end, gone faster than they've gone before, a 46.097. And Irish Fox now seeing out the end of the race, just having a bit of fun. Set of soft tyres and just go for it. Let loose, let rip, eh? Why not? Calibre. What can be said about this man that hasn't already been said before? He is a legend. He is born from oil and petrol. Drinks petrol for breakfast. And sucks on oil for supper. The man is a machine and an alien. Look at it. 34 seconds over 2 hours he's gained on Flores, and I believe Flores is pretty much an alien himself. So Calibre is the alien of aliens. Flores in seconds. Hot stuff. Driving to the end. 5 minutes left of this 2 hour race. We're only halfway, guys. We've got it to go again. I'm tuning in. Hopefully you guys will as well. And cheer on your favourites. Let's see if we can remember the teams. Right. Something Bot. Super Bot Racing. Sober Bot Racing. Slow Bot Racing. Super Stylish Bot Racing. Semi Bot Racing. System Bot Racing is an S. Speed. I said everything except for speed. I used to love speed as well. Speedbots Motorsports. Flores has picked up a half a second penalty. It matters not at this point in the race. Is racing for Garage 96. So next race. So for Speedbots, you'll be seeing Dan Robbo or Melvin start in the next race. Then Flores for Garage 96. You will see. What is wrong with me? Come on. See, I found a quicker way of doing it. It's just looking at the flags of the people in the team. But I'm not even seeing the Dutch. Oh, because there's another page underneath. Yes. Garage 96. I think they're all Dutch. Flores, Sober Motorsport, and Shadow. So you'll see either Shadow or Sober Motorsport racing in the next stint. Starting from second place. That's great stuff. Nibles for Stosilla Racing. So in the next race, in the car 118, you will see either Frequency or Beetlejuice. GT Racer in the Clockwork Motorsports Vertex, you will see either Tim Law or Storm Pacer. I've raced Tim Law before. I did some rally thing for the Pumble guys. I'm sure Tim Law was in that. But Tim Law and Storm Pacer will be in the Chevy for race 2. Noir Antares. Fred Dude has caught up a little bit. Only 45.2 or 45.5, 45.6, 45.1. But Noir Antares going for fastest lap, getting purple. And Noir's teammates that you'll see probably in the next race will be either Harry Mop or Storm Pacer in the BMW M681 car. Fred Dude with the AXR team. You'll see either Groot or Joker racing in the next race. I think they should make Groot race in the next race. He's the one that chose Spain with the chicane. and no one wants to race Spain with the chicane. Liam at Thurso, the other AequepaX Racing team, you'll see Splash or Illusion coming out for him. He's got a second penalty. Irish Fox will be wishing it's a minute penalty. Irish Fox in Scuderia Chiara. You'll see Nano Maranello or Speedy Man. Oh, Speedy Man Charles. I think Speedy Man Charles says he's going to be racing. So Speedy Man Charles in the next race. And Evil Dragon in the Full Throttle Racing team. He is going to be replaced soon. No, okay, I'm joking. He's going to... Oh, he's going back out again. He's racing for Full Throttle Racing. Come on, give me a chance. Jesus, wet. The writing's so small. Oh, we lost the Aston Martin, didn't we, with the Kevin? So we might see Giahelli or Toru in the next race. And I still can't find bloody Full Throttle Racing's thing. Why can't I find them? I'm missing all the action on the tracks. I'm too busy looking at these bloody... it'll be Rotary or Mr. Slowly in the Genesis, but Evil Dragon will probably say, do not drive that Genesis, it's awful. So Caliber is leading. We are 30 seconds away from the end here. My word, so much looking at the iPad. I've missed what's going on here. Nothing's changed. Everything seems to be safe so far. Although Fred Dude's tyres are in better nick than... What's his name? Is that... No, that's not him. That's him. So Nibles goes across the line. 13 seconds to go. He gets another lap. GT Racer comes up to the line with 7 seconds to go. And he goes around another lap. And there is someone in front of Noir Antares. But the timer has elapsed. The timer has elapsed. Who is that? Is that? So here he is. Caliber takes the win. Cracking stuff. Then Noir Antares in 5th. Fred Dude grabs himself a great 6th. Liam at Thurso a little further away there. So who else is crossing the line? Oh no. Irish Fox goes across the line in 8th. Evil Dragon's the next person up, I suppose, to cross the line. As he comes around. And 33 laps of pain for Evil Dragon there as he takes the checkered flag for Full Throttle Racing. Flores comes across in 2nd place. Great drive. Nibles a little further down the road. He's not the next to cross the line. Flipping heck. 7. It's Liam at Thurso. And my word, look at his front left tyre. Poor old Liam. That's been a tough race for him. He's picked up a penalty as well. A tough race for Liam at Thurso in the Mercedes there. And Mr. Nibles, what a race with GT Racer and Noir Antares at one point. And Flores. But he had to just alter his strategy. And he comes home in 3rd. Take a boo, my son. And GT Racer for the Clockwork Motorsports Vertex team grabs 4th place. Great drive. But it's Caliber today that we all look up to and say we are not worthy. What a race. Let's have a look at him. Oh yeah. You want to get a little snazzy suit, a little tramp stamp on the back there, Caliber, so we can look at it and say, ooh, look at that. So let's have a look at the results, because I've got to get out of Dodge, close the stream, and let Stig come in, the proper commentator, and I'll get out of your hair for a short while. We've got some chat. I missed the chat. You weren't chatty a lot today, were you guys? Didn't fancy it. Too busy watching the race, I guess. So Speedy Man Charles says, I am now home. I am waiting in the wings for the 2nd stint. Well, Speedy Man Charles, good luck. It's a tough race out there around Spain. So Caliber takes the win, 38 seconds ahead of Flores. Nibles comes home in 3rd, rounding out the podium.
And then we have GT Racer in 4th in the Corvette, ahead of Noir and Terras in 5th, Fred Dude in 6th, Liam at Thurso in 7th, Irish Fox come home in 8th, Evil Dragon got 9th, and Kevin DNF'd in 10th in the Vantage. And there's some cars that really didn't look like they were happy going around this track, and it's usually the long base ones like the Vantage, the Mercedes and the Genesis. Didn't look too much fun. Don't forget, hang around, because the Stig will be taking you through the next 2 hours of this race, and I had better get out of here. I'll tell you when the next race is and where, and that'll be me done. Great driving by everyone. Thank you to the AXR team for putting on such a wonderful event. And where I will see you the next time we meet, which is April the 29th. Is that next week? Oh, God, who chose these tracks? Autopolis. But it's only a 3-hour one, luckily. So, Autopolis. Really? Groot, we're going to have a word about some of these tracks. You've also chosen Nürburgring GP, which everybody does. It's so predictable. Should have done Nordenschleife. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm not ending on a key where we're moaning about the AXR team. It's a great event, great stuff. Questionable tracks. Autopolis, though, just seems like a waste of a choice. Could have had High Speed Ring, or I think they've tried. Well, I think they've tried to go for real tracks, but they've put Dragon's Trail in there, so possibly not. Anyway, so yeah, hang about for the Stig. He's coming on. He's going to tell you some real stuff. It's not like me. He knows what he's talking about. And I will see you April 29th, which I believe is next week, at Autopolis for another fun AXR GTWEC Season 2 event. Thank you, guys. I was your broadcaster, your commentator, Lou Sassol. Thank you for joining us. Peace and love. Peace and love.